Wagwan Jamaica. Wagwan Jamaica.
About experience is to feel the adrenaline running through our veins, like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
Hello, hello. Wagwan.
Wagwan Jamaica.
How is everyone today?
Good.
Very good. Sun is out, shining.
Sun's out, guns out. Excellent. How was the morning?
Hello.
Hi, Sophie.
How are you doing?
Alright.
Not too bad, thank you so much. So I literally just sat down in front of my computer. I didn't have a chance to look at the markets this morning. So we're going to start from scratch, or you guys can update me what is happening on the markets.
UJ fell considerably overnight. AU rose. I had both trades taken out now. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Thanks to Isaac.
Yeah, did he have some good position? Well, he has good positions every single day. So.
Wagwan.
Wagwan Marwan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just to right. Sit down to the computer, checking the markets. So what I can see, actually what I can't see is any tradable quantitative data in the economic calendar. This is all, I'm not too keen of these. So forget the economic calendar. let's have a look on the news quickly. What is happening? Gonna share quickly the link into Telegram. Do you guys have any open positions?
I went short on US 30. It's a mistake.
Oh,
I took a buy on GBP CHF.
I was in a gold buy, took profits at 1955, and now I'm in sales.
okay. Looks like you guys making money without me.
Nah,
Nowhere near what we would make with your Zooms.
That's not true.
Oh.
Oh, GJ is massaging the daily pivot. So, GJ, we had a quite extended bullish momentum. I think we can say that. So since whole April, it's been super bullish. Well, it's been bullish for since March, since the war broke out. And what we can see, or what we can use it, this orange trend line as a guide. The price should continue this bullish momentum. Now currently, if you look, currently what we can see is that price came back in between the previous daily high, previous daily close. So yesterday's candle is a big fat bullish candle right here. And today price is within that candle, within this zone, previous daily high, previous daily open. So in my opinion, what we can expect on GJ is that price should take out the previous daily open. I mean, this impulse move is followed by a retracement. So the first thing we want to do is get the, let's put it here, get a Fibonacci retracement. And what we see is price, what if it puts, what we can see is price is currently retracing, and it should retrace back theoretically to the 7860 or to the trend line. But the problem is that the daily pivot point is at 166,800, is currently right here. So I can see two opportunities. Now the first one, which is the least likely, is the price is going to come back to retest the previous daily close and then drop to 7860. And the second one, which I would put my money, is the price is going to break the pivot, come back to retest it, and then fall to 7860. If you look at the RSI, it's trading below the 50% level, trading below the moving average, which means that we are only looking for sales. Now it doesn't mean that it cannot pull back to the 50% and then drop. There's always a possibility. So this, I would say 50-50%. The issue is that it's really massaging the daily pivot point. What is your opinion about GJ?
I want short.
Yeah, I'm more on the short side, but the problem is that, you know, it could pull back, and that would not look good. So let's move on to gold. How was gold today? Who made millions of pounds or dollars?
Yeah, I'm ready for my Lamborghini.
Perfect. And my trading view just froze down. Let's delete yesterday's savage move.
Ja,
Hello, Mr. Gelmers.
tjena, tjena.
Hoe gaat het?
Alles goed, vrouw Pieter Varken.
Takalakala.
Dirty move, dirty move.
It was a bloody dirty move yesterday. So, what do you see on gold, Mr. Galmers?
Wait. It's around the area I said yesterday, 50. It's a little bit lower. As I expected. I had a small trend line. I took a small scalp, but it broke the trend line up. So I'm a little bit unsure. It's under the pivot, daily pivot, and under the weekly pivot. So I'm watching what happens at the moment.
Yeah, it's really... It's definitely going to be short, but the problem is it going to continue the pullback, the retracement?
Yeah.
So, gold broke out from this wedge. You can see on the chart right here. So, put the Fibonacci where the impulse move started. So, swing low to swing high. And you can see how nicely the previous daily low lines up with the Fibonacci 7860, which was a perfect support level, and it bounced back, and it was the foundation for a 134 pip move or bounce back. Question is it going to continue the bullish movement upside or not? Let's see.
Going back to
Is a good question. Is a good question.
What did you say, Marwan?
saying it's pulling back to S1 1948.55. So
Yeah.
maybe it broke the lower trend line, and then now it's retesting again. Maybe it goes to 50% retracement and then going back up again. I don't know. This is a point of view.
Yeah, I think if you just look at the market structure, look at the wedge, look at the fib, fibs don't lie. That tells me that maybe the retracement is finished now, and this is the support. So what we're going to see is, retest of the weekly support, and then go to the weekly pivot, or even continue the bullish movement or the bullish momentum to the upside. But this is quite stretched theory. But definitely we can use the previous daily close and the WS1 as a support.
I think we should be bullish on gold. There's so much imbalance above.
Yep.
That we need to fill in. We need to fill in those wicks. So I would look for an entry. For me, personally, I would look for maybe buying gold around the 1945. Because if you look at it on the 30-minute time frame, and even on the smaller time frames, we've literally had so many bullish candles. So now we need to retrace.
And look at this.
Every impulse move.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we see on the 30-minute, and thank you so much, Andrew, pointing out, because I would have missed this, but what does it look like? So this orange trend line was broken with an impulse move, and this impulse move was definitely impulse enough, bullish enough to break the market structure on lower time frame, break the trend line, break the previous daily close, invalidate the weekly support or respect, actually, depending on which point of view. So, in my opinion, two entries. The first one is the current price level, because we can use the previous daily close and the weekly support as a foundation to the support. Stop loss should be at 1947. This is not financial advice, by the way, guys. I'm just shouting out my opinion, but I'm definitely looking for entries, you know, current price level, or what would be more conservative and I think it would be safer is 1943, anything between 1943 and 1946. So 1945, did you say 1945, Andrew?
That's the
Yeah,
61,
1945.
61.8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1945.
that's
And your
spot on.
43 is your 78.6.
You could
Yes.
have a nice stop loss around maybe 40, 38.
Yeah, keep it tight. I think you know, if it comes back to
You could
39,
clear that liquidity, so I would say around 38 would be better. Because knowing gold wants to take out people's stop losses.
yeah, but I think it, yeah, 38.
Because
That's reasonable.
I would put a take profit. I would say around 1970, 74, where the imbalance is.
Yeah. Question is, should we enter now into a buy, or keep watching the gold chart and wait for a pullback to 1945?
I would.
Wait for it.
Me personally, I would enter a very small lot at this
Yeah.
current price. But my main entry would be around 45, where
I would. Yeah, I do agree with the entry now. Who is agreeing? Agreed. Okay. Well, Andrew just called a buy position live on YouTube. So this is today's Andrew's position, ladies and gentlemen. So pressure is off for me. Thank you so much, Andrew, for a great setup. I'm going to enter into a buy position right now.
Uh-oh.
So,
not financial advice, just
yeah,
Is it
you have to.
education?
just
Yeah, you have to-
educational.
You have to add the disclaimer, otherwise, you know, you're gonna get some nasty emails. By the way, Andrew's email is going to be published in the YouTube chat in a minute.
You're gonna be receiving a bunch of invoices.
Okay, so you should see my position opening or order book. So I'm going to place the stop loss where we discussed. Take profit 1960. I would be more than happy to take profit at 1960. Boom. But that, no, actually that's not right. 1930
Uh-oh.
it doesn't. Yeah, I bought. That doesn't look good. It's way too
Where's
big.
the SL for this one?
No, this one, sorry, it's not 1938. Let me just, oh, where's my zoom? Where is it gone?
We can see your screen.
Ah, can you see it now? The MetaTrader?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think tight stop loss 1947,
Okay.
but
I was
you know,
waiting for 47 before getting in, but I also agree with the 45 as well. Safer.
yeah, it is you know, you can go both ways. Yeah. So let me just switch back to trading view. So this position is a bit more risky. So use, you know, smaller lot size. You can see on the screen previously that I used only half of the usual lot size because it is pulling back. The theory behind this one is that, you know, price is going to use the weekly support, the previous daily close, as a support, but it looks like it's going straight to the stop loss. So I hope it's not going to hit the stop loss. There's a lot of pressure on Andrew, so you know, wish the best. The second entry, which I think it's higher probabilities the price is going to pull back to 1945, 1946, but anything between 1943 and 1946 is a good buying opportunity. So if it comes back down to this area, to the fib 61.80 at 1945, 1946, so anything in this area, look for buy opportunities. We have multiple confirmations. The first one on lower time frame is the break of structure, break of trend line. On a higher time frame, we have previous daily close, many things. So I think this looks like the first position is going to hit the stop loss. Andrew, do you have any comments on this?
On behalf of myself, I would like to say my main entry will be 1945. I did put, normally I put one lot. This time I chose to put 0.25. So, but I do think 1945 will be the ideal entry position.
Let's forget the past, Andrew. Let's leave it behind. Delete the first position. I closed it down. Let's focus on the future. Don't get lost in the details. Am I right?
Without it out.
Okay, so second entry is going to be what Andrew recommended today. Today's analysis is delivered by Mr. Andrew G. And it looks like it's coming down to 1945. Andrew, should we place a buy limit? Or manual entry? What do you prefer?
Yeah, I've got a buy limit.
Oh, I placed the buy limit as well.
Right. What are you doing? Oh, be careful.
I hear Nick is busy.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
That's okay, don't worry. I enjoy it. At least something is happening.
Oh, hey guys. Enzo, you want to say hello to everybody?
Hey. Hello. What's your name?
What's your name, Enzo? Okay, this kind of easy.
Have you heard about Fibonacci, Enzo?
Oh, Enzo, he's silly. Do you know about Fibonacci? You like Fibonacci? Yeah, he's a good guy. He likes you. He's a good Italian man. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Good. Enzo.
Yeah.
Enzo, right? Did I pronounce
Enzo.
right?
Enzo, like the Ferrari. My dream.
Oh, Enzo. I have a question to you.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Enzo? So, I have a question. You have to choose your answer very carefully. Is it buy or sell?
Enzo, do you want to buy or sell? You want to buy it or sell it? What do you want to do? You want to buy it? Yeah. Yeah, he's going to buy. He's Mr. Ferrari's buy.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a clear buy approval by Miss Enza, Principessa Enza.
Trading advice? Yes, it is trading advice from a 3-year-old child, so that's your risk.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Enza.
Okay, now I see
Hi,
you.
Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Check, please, index UN 30.
Hi, Ivan. US 30.
Yes.
Okay. Right now.
Whatever you want.
So, US 30. Yesterday, I missed the opportunity to buy. So I completely missed out on the good moves, made losses on gold. Let's see what is happening today. Is definitely bullish today. Right, what do you see on the US 30, Ivan?
I think it's down.
What is the reasoning behind your analysis?
Volume.
Volume.
Yes.
What does it mean? So, what I can see on US 30 is definitely, you know, yesterday was bullish, it broke out from this wedge, this closing in wedge. It's no surprise. We are right in the middle of the earnings season on the US stock market. Earnings season right now. It's happening now. So market was really volatile and moving sideways in the past, past week because we had the earnings, earnings per share, financial statements, coming out from the market. But yesterday we had some, financial companies reporting good numbers, and that helped to push US 30 out of this closing in wedge. And today it used, this is a nice bull flag by the way, it used the previous daily close as a support and it's trading above the previous daily high. So if we use again the Fibonacci, let's see, what do we have? Yeah, it's right on the Fib 7860. I would not attempt to short US 30 today. The reason why is because if you have a look on the market structure, what it looks like is the first thing is trading above the 50% RSI level, trading above the moving average. Second thing is we had an impulse move followed by a retracement, and it's continuing the impulse move after the retracement. So in my opinion, US 30, Ivan, if you're listening to this, is only a short-term sell, only if you scalp. But if you look at the daily chart, would you honestly attempt to try to short this? And for how long? And what is your profit target, Ivan?
50 pips.
Ah, 50 pips. Okay, so that's not much. So you scalping?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay. That makes the whole setup into a different perspective. So, yeah, you know what? For scalping, definitely. Because you can see that price is already pulling back, respecting the Fibonacci 7860. And I think the previous daily high is going to be an excellent platform, a foundation, support for a bullish continuation to new highs.
Thomas, may I
Okay,
ask you?
Yes, Sophie?
I don't know, but I see there is a level near 1940 and 1939.
Are we talking about gold?
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know, but I think that gold might retest those levels.
1940.
To bounce 1939 or 40 to bounce up again, or if it crosses that level, it means that maybe it will just keep falling.
So it's going to create a double bottom kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, there is a possibility always. And Andrew mentioned about, or someone mentioned about the liquidity, which, you know, most people would place stop loss just under the previous low. So, which is an invitation for, you know, stop loss hands, but it is what it is. There is a possibility always, yeah. But first, we're targeting 1945 as recommended by Enzo, our beautiful 3-year-old master trader or head trader, and Andrew as well. No, actually Andrew recommended 1945 and Enzo gave her approval to buy. So just make things clear. So the first thing we wait is 1945 to be retested again, and we're looking for buy opportunities. The stop loss is at 1938 in my case. I think you can see it on, yeah, you can see it here, but also the same thing on MetaTrader as well. You know, if it hits stop loss, then, you know, we have to reconsider whether to buy again, because then it will break the market structure if it pulls back up. But now it's speculating. So, you know, first buying opportunity 1945. Second one, if it comes down, then as Sophie recommended, a double bottom possibility.
So, Thomas, can we put some sell stop from 1938 or not?
Buy limit.
No, sell stop. You know, just in case if it breaks the structure.
Yeah.
So, you know, just get into the sells straight away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
So Jamal Khan on YouTube, your stop loss hits sir 1947. Actually, it was Andrew's stop loss, not mine today. Thank you. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, no problem.
There's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yep.
It is.
Way too much pressure. I should have kept quiet.
Oh. Yeah, I'm still having bad dreams about my last recommendation. You remember, Thomas?
I do remember.
But you know what? Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yep.
Where is Raul?
I don't know. I'm trying to solve in the meantime some problem with my earpiece system, so I'm listening and.
Oh, because I didn't see the picture. That's why I couldn't figure out that it's you.
Do I have a picture then?
Yeah, you did have a rooster picture.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The fighting rooster.
So,
the bad weeks, the trade, couple last week, right?
Last week, it was okay because I wasn't trading for the last 2 days.
Yeah.
But
Yesterday was different.
yeah, yesterday was absolutely savage, rubbish. So Dimitar Penchev asking, why are you bullish on gold? Isn't it so obvious to go to moon so the smart money take all of our money? Well, so many things to answer in one question. I think we explained everything why we're bullish on gold. So if you want me to start on the fundamentals, we know exactly that inflation is still with us, supply chain issues, you know, the Fed is tightening the monetary policy, normalizing the monetary policy. So less dollars is going to chase gold, you know, investors shifting, you know, risk off, they're going to buy gold. So many fundamental things. Look back the previous streams when I explained, you know, and fundamental or technically we just explained and everything is on the chart. I think you can read it off, but if it's something not clear, you know, you can just ask specific questions and I try to answer. But again, my main focus is on the fundamental side. Inflation, supply chain issues, war in Ukraine. So, you know, just read some news, read articles, read economics, educate yourself to understand why gold is bullish. And, you know, it's not obvious that it's going to sell off. But if you look at the higher time frame, look at this wedge. Gold broke out when the war started on 7th of April. And if you use the Fibonacci, it's a little bit messy to see. But, you know, every impulse move is followed by retracement. And right now, the retracement currently sitting at the 7860, which is the final entry or buying opportunity or based on the Fibonacci. And historically, if you look at gold, focusing just on the technicals, ignoring the fundamentals, have a look. Gold loves to consolidate. Look at this, how many consolidations. And as soon as it breaks out from the consolidation, it flies thousands of pips. Or if it breaks to the downside, it falls thousands of pips. But it loves to consolidate. And what we see on the chart is beautiful, you know, wedge consolidation, price broke out. And now it's just retracing. And, you know, retracement is just an opportunity to enter. I hope I answered your question. Who was it? Dimitar Penchev. Right. So it didn't. Did anyone enter into a buy? Because my buy limit didn't trigger.
I still have my previous buy. I moved my stop loss to 38.
Just waiting for more confirmation, the lower time frame.
Which are?
Mostly for me is engulfing candles.
We had that already, haven't we?
Yeah.
No, but in the M1, there's actually one.
Ah, you're going down, you trading on the 1 minute chart.
Yeah, sometimes
Wow.
if I feel like being hardcore, then like the 15 seconds.
Wow. That is hardcore.
Yeah, but it hurts my head, but it worked well for me.
Yeah, if it works, keep doing it. The 1 minute, for me, it's just too much noise.
Yeah, but I always base on the 5 minutes, and then if I see like good zone, good levels, then confirmation for me would be 1 minute.
I like the 5 minute better than the 1 minute. I don't know why. 5 and 15. That's where I'm looking for entries. Sniper entries. So, I have a question. And sorry, actually, I start with an announcement. So today, or yesterday, we hit 8,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Currently is 8,010. Congratulations, thank you so much, everyone. I really, really appreciate the support. You know, that you tune in, you subscribe just to listen to a fairly muscly, bald guy talking rubbish about gold, and also our beautiful team members. Thank you so much. The second thing is, I have a question that if we have 308 people tuning into the live stream, how on earth is possible that we have only 102 likes? So please, if you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you really enjoy it, smash it, but only once. And now, back to watching the gold chart. Oh, thanks God didn't start GJ. Now it's retracing back. So in GJ, if it comes back to the previous daily close or anywhere near, I think that will be a good sell opportunity. So I'm going to set an alert if it comes back to 167 200, and then when the alert hits my notification, or the notification hits my phone, we are going to come back to GJ. But I will be looking for a short-term sell scenario all the way down to the trend line and the previous daily open, and because this massive bullish candle yesterday has to be followed by a retracement. And now we're just going to watch. Ooh. It's massaging the buy limit, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm even considering entering manually.
I think it. Yeah, it's.
Yep. It.
Okay. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it's on.
Triggered.
Finish him.
Let's go.
Let's get it on.
Hello, Tama. I think it will more down. I think.
More down.
I think.
Yes,
Yeah, more
I think
down
43.
Anything is
until
possible, guys.
1940. Yeah.
Anything is possible. You know, if it comes down, we have the stop loss at 38, so bring on 43. I don't care.
I mean, Thomas, if you want, you can take profit of your nice coffee for the day. You know, on me.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But what if what if I lose, Andrew? What is going to happen if I lose?
I mean, you know, you can cut some losses.
Not a financial advice. Or
Yep.
No financial advice here.
Let me find out your email address and quickly post it to YouTube.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Finish him.
No.
Oh, damn it.
That you see right there, that's a very nice coffee right there. That's lunch.
Ooh, 17 pips. Andrew made 17 pips to me. 18 pips now, ladies and gentlemen. 20 pips. Wow.
I'm a bit of a chicken, so I probably would have closed by now and be like, oh.
I set my buy limit at 1941.
Excellent. Did it trigger? No.
Have you got this bar?
Yeah, this one.
Thomas, where's the take profit?
Say it again, please.
What's your take profit?
Physical ID, bro. No, photo doesn't work, unfortunately.
Okay, you are open,
Yeah, yeah. Until 11.
Okay, I come back.
No worries. Thank you.
Come back at 11. Okay, so sorry, Sai. What was the question? Where is the take profit, right?
Yes.
Let me show you. So, my question to you: where would you take profit?
I prefer 1960.
Why?
Oh, wait, let me see my chart.
Previous daily high.
Obviously.
That's a 50% retracement, I think.
Yeah,
from the
weekly
head and
pivot.
shoulder. Yeah.
So,
1960.
because we don't know whether this fall is going to continue, anything is possible on, you know, commodities market. We don't know what is going to happen. So I would definitely take profit at around 1960. If it goes higher, then, you know, we will find opportunities and entries again. But the only profit is what you lock in and what you realize. And we have a question about Shabazz Syed. Hi Thomas, what is PDOPDH? Previous daily open, previous daily close, previous daily high. Terminology. We're just marking. Let me give you an example. I think GJ. Yes, GJ was a perfect example. Yesterday's candle, the daily candle, was this. Go back to the daily chart. You see? This is yesterday's candle. Bit shit drawing, but you get the idea. So this is the daily body, the body of the daily candle. If you go down to lower time frame, you see what happened in that daily candle right there. Bullish as hell. Previous daily low, previous daily open, previous daily close, previous daily high.
مش هسه روح بس هسه. بدنا نعمل تحدي. طب روح هسه بعدين. حاطين نوتيلا بس. بعدين بعطيك شوي صغير بس. خلص روحي هسه. طب وينها؟ بعطيك بس. لا هو ما فيش عنده نوتيلا اصلا اخذ فيه اليوم الصبح. اليوم الصبح كنت مشامع.
It sounds like the little girl is asking for some pocket money and daddy is really reluctant to give. But if you can translate it, what happened in the conversation, I would be interested.
Actually, she was asking for something, so that's correct.
Yes, yes, my Arabic, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Arabic.
Shukran, shukran.
I don't know, Ghada Mustafa.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم salam. Inshallah. Actually, I need to update the chart because we're not waiting for buy opportunities. We are in a buy. In it, Andrew.
Alexa, stop.
Today's analysis brought to you by Mr. Andrew G.
Andrew seems to be missing.
The order is running 30 people already.
Yeah.
Yo, let's go.
Thank you so much, Andrew. You had a good position today. There you go.
I know why you set a buy limit at 1945 because I'm a little bit late. I'm just joining about 10 minutes. I don't know why you set up buy limit at 1945.
Because Andrew said it. Andrew Grillo, Andrew G. He said, Thomas, you need to buy at 1945. It was really, you know, he decided that, you know, he gave a proper answer, and I said, okay, I agree with that. And look, Andrew G is the star of 40 pips already.
Yeah.
Boise is asking, what is the opinion about US 30? I think it will continue higher after a minor pullback. But I would leave the stocks for now because we're going to have some volatility. Remember that earnings season, we are just in the middle of earnings season, Q1 2022. You can check any reliable news sources or news outlets for the earnings calendar. check which companies are going to report the earnings, the financial statements, and anything, and make sure that you understand, is it before or after the market close? Because if you're stuck in some buy or sell and they just report some shitty numbers or good numbers, that can move the markets. I mean, check what happened with Netflix. $40 billion wiped out in literally 1 hour. And I wasn't showing the calendar. So US 30 bullish as hell. You can see that since the share buyback started during the war on 15th of March, so this was when it started. You know, this is the share buyback. So it's an artificial defensive mode by the companies in the stock market to protect the investments and protect the companies. And US 30 is going to come up to 36,000 in my opinion, but it's going to be a bumpy ride because we are right in the middle of earnings season, and I wasn't showing it to my team as well. So earnings season is just delivered to you every single day, and other companies coming out with the earning reports, financial statement, balance sheet, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see some surprises.
How you doing, Raoul? Are you trading this week or having a break?
Raoul, wakey wakey.
He's not listening, so he's having a quick power nap.
Or maybe he doesn't want to answer to you. He's being rude.
Raoul's never rude.
That's true. He's a nice guy. And you are best friends, innit?
Maybe we can ask B or Sophie to ask. Then Raoul will answer.
But Raoul is not Jimmy.
No, we know B has a thing for Jimmy.
Oh, here we go again.
Are you guys trying to, like, stress me out again?
No, you wasn't participating, so we thought, okay.
You guys just want to make me furious.
No, they're just testing whether you're asleep or not. But how is Jimmy, by the way, Sophie? Is he okay?
Who's Jimmy? I don't know who you're talking about.
Jimmy. But I should ask B.
I don't know. Ask B.
Actually, it's not Sophie. God, I cannot follow what's happening, with
Don't
the team members.
Ask me.
But who's with who? I can't follow. It's just too crazy. One day, with her or him. Next day with someone else. It's impossible to follow. But yeah, Jimmy and B joined on the same day. They're sharing the same day as the birthday. When they come to this beautiful. The world become a better place when they're born. They joined the team on the same day, and I think they have something going on.
Give me a fucking break.
I didn't say what.
You were implying you know what you're doing.
Maybe yes, maybe not.
I hate you. You know this.
Oh, Michelle on read the Zoom chat. It's easy to remember. B and J goes hand in hand. Oh, it's easy to misinterpret.
Michelle is always such a sharpshooter. I can't.
She is. The quietest people have the loudest minds. Remember that. Especially true for Michelle. Still reminds me when he made that comment about Raul's cock. Tune.
Sorry, that was especially for Sophie and Jimmy. I mean, B and Jimmy.
Someone's playing with fire.
Classic Marvin Gaye.
Oh, Dane Henry just made a comment again about Michelle's sexy voice. Tell Michelle, bring her sexy voice to the stream, Tamash. Lol. Hello.
It was Michelle that put B and J together.
I still have my buy limit at 1944.
Good morning, Mr. Batis.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir.
How is my favorite Nigerian?
Nigerians are fine.
Good.
It's fine.
You all good morning, but I'm good night.
Yeah, good. It's we covering the whole world.
It's afternoon here in Nigeria.
Ooh, Milad asking about what do I think about GJ Sell. Let's go back to GJ. So I would wait, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a beautiful head and shoulder pattern on GJ. Yes, you can see my chart. Left shoulder, head. We wait for the right shoulder. If it comes back to the previous daily high, previous daily close, that's when I'm going to start selling. And look, if you put the fib from swing high, so it's the beginning of this move, this impulse move to the downside. Look how nicely the fib 7860 lines up with the previous daily close. Could it be more beautiful than this? Let's have a look on the daily pivots. Yeah, R1 a little bit higher, 167.71, but you get the idea. So that is my opinion. Look for sell opportunities. To give you a more specific position, stop loss, you can leave it nice and tight. 167, 7, 800. Let's round it up. That is my opinion about GJ. And we have 308 people watching the stream, but only 160 likes. So if you're watching the stream on YouTube, please hit the like button now. Thank you so much. Ooh, good question. Stephen Christie on YouTube. Hey Tomasz, I've been trading since I was 16. Well, now I have turned 17. Happy birthday, mate. Do you have any trading advice for me? Would appreciate it. Honestly, if you're in the perfect age, keep learning, keep grinding, practice on demo, do not burn account. If you have some, once you get a job or if you have some money, invest in MyForex funds or FTMO. So don't waste your money. Or don't waste too much. You can have a small account, $100, $200. Keep practicing. Get into the habit of killing the emotions, and become a beast. Learn as much as possible. Read as much as possible, and just experience things. If I was 16 and 17, and if I was trading, I would be a millionaire by now. So you have a great future ahead of you. Best advice, have a look on MyForex funds. MyForex funds. It's a prop firm. So literally, if you invest, let me show you the numbers. If you buy a challenge for $84, and if you pass the challenge and the verification, so if you're able to deliver about 8% profit with a maximum drawdown of 5% daily, 12% overall drawdown, so you have to deliver 8% in 1 month, 1 calendar month. And if you can do it, then for your £84, which you will receive back, you will get the money back, then you will get a $10,000 account, and any profit you make above the $10,000, you keep 70 or 80%. If you feel adventurous when you made enough money with the $10,000 account, you can opt for a 100k account or 200k. But for some reason I like the 100k account. You know, it's a little bit pricey. Well, it's extremely pricey, but you have the opportunity, if you pass the same things as you pass with the 10k account, you have the opportunity to trade with $100,000, and you keep 70% any profit made above the $100,000. Back in the days, we didn't have this kind of opportunity. I would definitely highly recommend to use this. It's a wonderful opportunity. But
you know, Thomas, you know, I will fall in FTMO 100k 2 times, and my foreign fund I have fall 50k and 100k 2 times.
You have 3 funded accounts.
4 times I have fallen.
Oh, you failed 4 times.
Yeah, and now I'm trading on STMO fund. STMO fund for 100k. Yeah.
400,000. You funded 400,000.
Thomas.
Already fall.
Wow, you Panya, you're a big player then. You have more money than I do.
But you know, when I compare with FTMO and my foreign fund, I'm love foreign fund the best. My foreign fund the best.
Yeah, it's easier to pass, isn't it?
Yeah, easy to pass, and the advantage is better than FTMO.
Yeah, definitely
Thomas,
agree.
USD cut big M pattern for 1 hour time frame.
USD CAD.
Yes.
Let's have a look. USD CAD isn't my favorite pair, but if you see opportunity, we're definitely going to take it.
I think there is a news today for USD CAD.
I think it's GDP today, isn't it? No, CPI, but it's gone already. It's been published. Inflation is hitting our Canadian friends and the US. Where's the USD CAD? Am I going blind or? Where do you see the M pattern, Ivan?
1 hour time frame. Yes.
Like this?
Yes.
Do you see this M? Ivan?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm not too confident about this. Yes, it looks like an M, but I wouldn't trade it. The reason for this is... Oh, Panya is drawing on my screen. Cheeky. The reason is because before the M pattern, there was a sideways movement in this area right here. So that, for this reason, I would be cautious with this. It looks good. Are you going to trade it, Ivan?
Yes.
Oh. Keep me updated. How is it going?
Okay.
And let's have a look.
Thomas, can I get your opinion on UJ, please?
Yeah, just 1 second. I need to put my laptop on charger. I'm back in a second.
Right.
Okay, what did I miss?
Hey, Mr. Gammers is back.
Back it down.
What did you miss? We talked about
You talked about?
Talked about GJ short opportunity.
Okay.
Let me quickly switch to trading view. Bam, bam, bam. So short opportunity, if price comes back to the previous daily close, look for sells at 167,500. Many confirmations. Head and shoulder, previous daily close, Fibonacci 7860, support and resistance, daily, weekly, monthly pivot, everything, the whole package.
Oh.
But Panya, we look at you, Picasso.
I think your SL is on the resistance. It should
Yeah.
be more higher a little bit.
It's only a guide, so it's not set in stone. You know, it's only for visual representation.
You're looking at the 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can live with that. It broke the small trend line, but
And Taz required to have a look in USD Japanese yen, which pretty much the same as GJ, to be honest. On technicals, fundamentally, it's obviously slightly different.
You know what? The only reason I asked is because I was selling it yesterday. I got it at 129.3 down to 1277, and it's doing a retracement now. So I was just wondering if it's going to carry on dropping or.
Nah, it's gonna. Yeah, it's so. First thing is trend is your friend. You probably heard it saying. So you know you can sell, but always check the general market direction, the main market direction. Then find a point where you can use the Fibonacci here or here. You know, it's up to personal preference. This looks really promising. That price
is going to carry on dropping because I'm out of the trade now. I made like over 200 pips.
Yeah, so I think in my opinion it's going to drop to 127. Let's round it up. But I would look for buy opportunities at this level. One of the reasons that USD is going to strengthen against Japanese yen is the interest rate difference. Two countries, completely different monetary policy strategy. If you look, the US interest rate currently sitting at what was the 0.5%.
All right.
1.9, 2.8. Oh, that's the projection, sorry. Anyway, so long story short, the 0.25, yeah. US has higher interest rate than Japan. So if you have two countries, check out the interest rate parity theory, which tells you that if you have two countries, if you have two competing countries competing for investors' money, because you know everything is business, everything is down to the bottom line and money. If you have two countries that's competing for the investors' money, and if you think from an investor's perspective, if you have two investment opportunities, two projects or whatever you call it, but you have two things to look at, and if you get higher yields, because if the interest rate is higher in the US, that means the government bonds are going to pay higher interest rate, higher yield in it. Yeah. If it pays higher yield, where would you put your money? Would you put your money into minus 0.1 because Japan's interest rate is minus 0.1?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually in stocks as well. I've been investing, so I'm in like Neo. That's on the Chinese side, and then Tesla and American Airlines on the American side.
Yeah, but that's different story. But if you look, Japan is minus 0.1% interest rate. It's a negative interest rate. You're losing money. No money. US, positive interest rate. Obviously inflation, the real rate, which is negative, because if you take the current or the yield on the bond minus the inflation, so if you have 3% return on the government bond, which is the 10-year, is currently sitting at 2.9, minus 8% inflation, 8.5 inflation, that leaves you or us with minus 5.5 real yield. So negative, you're losing money, but still you're losing less money than with the Japanese government bonds. That's why USD denominated assets, US government bonds, there's going to be a huge demand by investors. It's a risk off mode. So the US dollar is definitely going to strengthen in the coming weeks.
Okay.
Definitely.
Got you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I have a question about, hi Thomas. I have a question about MFF account, which I recently took. I also wrote an email to them, but I didn't get any answer. So is it okay if I ask you a question about how it works?
MFF?
Yeah. So about the daily drawdown. So it's 5,000 for a 1 lakh account and 12,000 overall USD, right? So if we lose more than 5,000 in a day, then I think we are out of the game, right? And if we lose more than 12,000 in a month, we are still out of the game, right? Now the question here is, if we lose 11,000 today, let's say in 15 days, but in the next 15 days we make it up, right? And we bring it to 11,000. So does that mean we have passed the challenge, or does that mean that we have just recovered our losses?
You just recovered your losses. You have to get to 8% above the original target, which above the original 100. So if you're on 100, you have to get to 108,000 in order to pass the test.
By the end of the month, right?
Yes.
Or whichever comes first. Yeah, got it. Thank you, man. That was the confusion. Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
And can I ask you, is it possible to pass the challenge of 8% by one day, or do I have to keep it the whole month, that 8% profit?
It's not for the whole month, but you have to trade for, I thought it was 10 days.
5.
Okay, it's 5. You have to trade for 5 days.
Okay, thank you.
So if you pass it, basically just do very, very small trades just to keep your trades in for the next few days. Like, 0.01 or something like that, just to get a trade in place.
How big lots do you recommend?
The smallest lot you have.
Yeah, smallest lot you have once you passed it. Just to do a trade, just to register a trade, close it.
And not risking your challenge.
Radim.
Okay. Yeah.
The first thing you want to do. Have you watched the videos on the website?
Yeah, I'm like in the half because I didn't have time in the afternoon. So I'm
the first thing, if you wanna,
for the time.
Okay, so the video you're looking for, how to pass the FTMO challenge.
Okay, yeah.
There you go, your holy grail. This is the perfect strategy.
Okay, the rules are, in terms of passing, pretty much use that for the same for MFF. It works the same.
In reality, it's not. And
so we had a live session about how to pass FTM, or my first one. It's applicable to any prop trading firm, and I made an Excel sheet as well on how to calculate the positions, and I'm breaking down and explaining the psychology on how to smash the FTM or any prop firm challenge. And I think the Excel sheet is uploaded to the Discord channel, but it tells you about, you know, how to pass it basically with proper risk management.
You know, for me, you know, why I fall on FTMO, because the first problem is I don't know the rule. The rule of FTMO. Yeah. I thought that the daily low or maximum loss, we need to close the order. We need to close the order, but it's not. It's just a whole losing. Also, we fall.
Yeah. It's either a loss on equity or closed orders.
Yeah. It means you lost equity.
Yeah.
First time, I think we need to close the order, but it's not. When you lose the equity, it means you fall.
Yeah, one tip on equity, it doesn't always work, but if you suddenly realize you've actually gone over the limit of equity, you can slap some large trades in to try to recover it. They don't always, because the way their bots work, you know, if you're quick, you might be able to do that. It's no guarantee, because it depends on when they check your equity. If they check it and it's below, you're out. But you know, they're not checking it every second. It's like probably every minute or so. So that's just a tip, but that's only as a last resort. You know, certainly if you close it once your equity is down, then you're out.
So
my recommend you need to concentrate on daily loss and maximum loss.
Yeah, you really should. I mean, the whole point is you should concentrate on it, not let it go too fast.
If you don't concentrate on it, you will fall.
And be careful with stop losses, because if they're too close, I mean, they're fine, but there is quite often slippage on MFF, because you know you can put a stop loss and if you have a very rapid drop like we had in gold yesterday, it will slip past it, and your actual close will be quite a lot lower than you thought it should be. So be careful of that.
So I had a comment from Yalis Workshore on YouTube who says, please don't buy gold, USD, DXY, come better uptrend, don't buy gold. So the problem with this argument is that DXY is only a tiny variable in the equation of how to trade gold, and DXY is, yes, it represents the, you know, the dollar strength against a basket of currencies. Which your USD is how many percent, Alan?
I'm not sure, but it's going to be quite low.
57 or 51. The Euro USD.
I mean, sorry, I meant gold, but yeah, USD is. I mean, Euro is about 52, I think. Yeah. So in normal market conditions, I would agree that yes, you can have a look on the DXY, because you know if DXY is going up, then gold becomes more expensive to buy, and you know it should. Drop gold price. But the problem is that we're not in normal market conditions, and gold is driven by many variables, and trading only in DXY is, I think it's foolish. Sorry to say that, but it's arrogant, it's foolish, and you know it's dangerous. So it's only used by the beginner traders, those who don't really understand the dynamics on the gold market. But gold is driven by multiple things, such as monetary policy. Most new traders don't quote this because they don't understand. They have no clue what is the monetary policy. They don't know what is the money supply, the current money supply, or what is happening, what's quantitative easing. So they stick to easier things that they can explain and to understand, and they try to explain gold price movement by simple correlations, which is unfortunately not. Correlation is not causality. So gold is driven by monetary policy. Second thing is gold moved by inflation, CPI. Gold is moved by you know, the health of the labor market. Gold is driven by geopolitical events such as the situation in Ukraine. So you see that as you start to add more advanced things into the equations, that you have to put some effort in order to understand and explain, it becomes more complex and difficult to understand. But
if you compare the weights, or if I have to assign weights to these variables, DXY is at the very far end of the equation. So, learn about monetary policy, inflation, and what drives the gold market. Rant over. So
yeah, I mean, we have seen correlations between dollar and gold in the past, but that generally means that's when you've got a sort of more stable inflation, money policies and things like that in place. It's not, but of late, they will often go together. You can't correlate them at all at the moment.
Yeah, just I try to put the historical graph, gold. Okay, let's see if I can find correlation between. Oh shit. The problem is that the charting is not very good in this occasion. Let's see if I can fix it. Logarithmic. There you go. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, the correlation between DXY and gold. So this is specifically to, who commented it? Pimps? No, not Pimps. Someone commented to don't buy gold. Yellis Workshore. So if you're watching the stream, I tried to explain the correlation between DXY and gold. You see that many times, yes, it moves parallel. So you can describe the movement, or it looks like that, the gold is driven by DXY, but in reality, trust me, the correlation coefficient is so tiny, it's below well below 1. So there is no direct correlation, there's no causality. And you can see exactly that sometimes, yes, it moves together, especially with the big volatile moves, but then it's caused by something else. It's not the dollar strength, it's more likely been caused by, a monetary policy change, interest rate increase, or something that is related to the US financial market or the US economy. And that is why when the dollar starts moving because of this effect, and beginner traders try to explain with the dollar movement, but the problem is dollar is moved by something else, the dollar strength, and most likely it's monetary policy. And you can see that there is no 100% direct correlation and causality between gold and DXY. And if you don't know Coifin, I highly recommend to try out. It's a free financial platform with many awesome fundamental and technical functions. You can look at world economics, yields, anything you want. Go check it out, coifin.com, discover and enjoy. And moving back, gold is really hovering at the weekly support.
Thomas, the GJ is moving down.
Damn it! I was just about to click. It's not a problem. So it didn't break the. So if you look, oh, look at this beautiful M.
Yeah.
And let me show you. So this is how you combine higher time frame analysis. So we talked about it that this would be a perfect sell level. So we marked it on a higher time frame, and then you have to go down to lower time frame and check this out. I guarantee that if you put the Fibonacci on this beautiful M pattern, swing low to swing high, look what's happening. The -68 lines up exactly with our entry. Well, it's the zone because the previous daily high. Oh, sorry. The previous daily high and the previous daily close. So we have a sell zone. It's very close to each other, but we have another confirmation that as soon as this beautiful M pattern is finished, then the take profit is the minus 68. So if you want to scalp GJ, you can buy now. This is not financial advice, but I think, you know, stop loss is, you know, just a few pips, and yeah, take profit at 167,500. Let's quickly open GJ. So I'm going to quickly just scalp it. Okay, so I placed a small buy on GJ. It's only scalping, so I'm using a really tight stop loss. It's higher than usual lot size because, you know, it's only scalping. And I'm going to look for sell opportunities at 167,500. So people asking for gold on YouTube, but you know, gold isn't moving. So when the market is not moving, we already have an entry position. But if the market doesn't move, we look for opportunities somewhere else, such as GJ. Do you agree, Marwan?
Yeah.
So Chipsy Chip asked about where is the GJ stop loss. Wherever you want it, mate. Keep it like, you know, 4 or 5 pips. Keep it really tight. Or up to you. So I'm using a tight stop loss because I am scalping. And the profit potential is, you know, it's only, well, it's not too bad. It's 50 pips. But I keep a tight stop loss at around 166,900. No, sorry, actually 166,400. That's below the, what time frame is it? 4 hour. What am I looking at? So Jeffrey Camarillo on YouTube. Thank you, bro. What is your analysis on the coming news this morning? So this morning I wasn't trading. I wasn't doing a morning briefing. For tomorrow morning, or if you think you may be in the US or somewhere in the West and it's morning in your area, but it's afternoon and soon evening in my area. I wasn't reading the news, to be honest. I didn't have time today. But if it's just check. Netflix is definitely one of the headliners today. You know, wiping out $40 billion in overnight. We are right in the middle of the earnings season. Some of the biggest companies are reporting financial statements, earnings, etc., profits, losses, whatever, as they required by the SEC and the exchange. So any company traded on the stock exchange, they are obligated to report monthly and quarterly their financial statements. So everything is dominated pretty much by the earnings season. We still had the geopolitical events, Ukraine, French elections as well, but I don't really care about France. I do care about France, but not concerned about the elections. Yeah, it's fairly flat. Not many news.
Can I ask where was your take profit on GJ? We didn't see that on your screen.
Ahoy, Popacek. That is GJ. Yeah, somewhere around 167,500. So 30-50 pips, but you know, if you scalp it, take profit wherever you're happy with the money. But I'm looking for short at 167,500.
Thank you.
Yeah, stop loss, it's up to your preference. When I'm scalping, I like to use tight stop loss. How many pips? It's a really quiet afternoon. Shakil Ahmed asking on YouTube, for scalping, what should be the lot size? That's a really personal question. It's up to your preference, but you know, I wouldn't go anything above 10% of your total account. I wouldn't risk more than 10%. When I scalp, I use really tight stop losses. Therefore, I can afford to to use higher stop losses. 3, 4, even 5 times than the usual ones, but it has to be really tight stop loss. Therefore, you can limit the losses, so the loss could be even less than usually because you're using 1 or 2, 3 pip stop loss, and the profit potential is way better.
Can I ask you? Ask first. Sorry.
Thanos, I'm holding a sale from 168 on GJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since morning.
Was it a statement, a question?
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you.
Okay. Are you in profit?
The stop loss of yeah, I'm in profit. With the stop loss of 168.500.
Okay. So you're in profit now.
Yeah. So holding it is I have to hold it or close it. I'm a little confused right now.
Good call on GJ Sal. Are you planning to take profit or are you going to short it?
I'm thinking to take profit now and again enter for short.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay.
So GJ Believer, or what's his name? Believer 225 on YouTube. GJ hit his stop loss. Let's have a look on GJ. I don't know what stop loss you used, buddy, but you know. New 30-minute candle opened. Andrew G, are you still in the stream?
So are you guys holding gold or?
Yep.
What's going
Still
on?
holding.
Okay.
I was buy gold at 1946, and my buy limit, another buy limit is 1942, and stop loss 1938.
Sorry, repeat that, Panya.
Yep.
Malaikum salam.
US 30 jumped up.
Thomas, can I ask you one thing?
I
I don't know if this technique is suitable or not, but I just want to ask you if I need your recommend. It's like this. Can I share on your screen? Can I write on your screen? For another thing. It's not the entry technique. The entry technique.
Yeah.
And
Go
I
ahead.
need your recommendation. I want like this. It like, so when we want to buy, it like this. It the market is going up and going down and going up, going down like this. I want to, example, I want to buy here for 0.10 0.10 lot size, and for this I want to double 0.20, and here I want to buy 0.30 or 0.40 lot size, and here is my SL, and I take profit here. Example, is it suitable or not, or I can use this technique to entry the market, or just only one order here? Just only one order here?
It's one way to trade. It's not good or bad. It's different than what I do. If it works for you, then use it. I don't like to average into losses, which is taught by many, I wouldn't say scammers, but some people like to call it averaging in, because when they cannot, when they don't know when it's going to be the reversal, and they're just guessing that, oh yeah, it's going to be the first point, like this one, oh, it doesn't work out, then they say, oh, I'm going to average in. It still doesn't work out the second entry, and they're going to buy lower, and they say, well, I'm averaging in. So that's how they're explaining their losses. It's a common strategy of Instagram traders. I don't like to trade this way, but can you put back the drawing?
Okay.
So what I would say, if you know that the first thing is you have 3 levels, 3 potential buying opportunities, I guess you do on a higher time frame. So I'm just going to show it to the people because they don't see on YouTube, but this is what Panya draw. So I would look for buy opportunities at this level, this 3 level, right? So if you mark these buying opportunities, these levels, these support or resistance or whatever levels at a higher time frame, for example, this can be applied to the current situation on gold. We know that the previous daily low lined up with FIP 7860 and many other things. So imagine that this level right here is this one right here. So on a higher time frame, you draw a big fucking red line that yes, price may be going to come back down. You can set a buy limit, and you can have the risk of, you know, price is going lower or higher. Or what you can do is set an alert when price hits this level. So for example, this one right here, you set a alert when price hits that price level. You still don't enter. You can set a buy limit and have the risk of price continuing lower, or set a alert and wait for this impulse move. Wait for this impulse move that breaks the market structure, and then when this happens, all you have to do is get your Fibonacci. Get your Fibonacci from swing low to swing high. Get your Fibonacci from swing low to swing high. Guess what? 61.80 was our entry at 1945. No, it was a little bit lower, but you see that we have the perfect buying opportunities in this zone. So does it make sense? Okay.
So your recommend is we need to find the entry area, and we need to just only set our plan and waiting for our plan are coming back.
I don't recommend. It's my way of trading. What you described is it's a different method. It's not better or worse. It's different.
Can I add something? Because I think I understand what Banya's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, because I love stacking trades too. My problem with this setup that we were trying to explain is that there's bigger, you have bigger drawdown, and what I'm trying to achieve is not to have a drawdown. So what I do is, for example, at 1945, right? That's my zone. If I start buying at that level, I make sure that is my lowest buying level, and then I just stack up at 1946, 1947, my other buying level. So if, for example, if it doesn't, like if 1945 still goes down, my drawdown is not as big as compared to stacking the other ones if I start from the top. So I usually have my stops, but there are also times when I just do it manually.
Gold is falling, Thomas.
What is happening with gold and GJ, ladies and gentlemen?
It's tapping the previous day low, I think.
Yeah, it's retesting, but you know, many people scared that ooh, price is coming back. No, it's just another opportunity to enter if it's going to continue up.
Thomas?
Yes.
Do you think the existing home sales have an effect on gold price? You know, the upcoming news?
The which one?
The existing home sales, I think.
To be honest, I never looked into existing home sales. I don't know how is it going to affect. It tells, you know, the health. Sophie, you're making really weird noises. Are you okay?
Has Jimmy joined up?
I'm sorry, it's my dog. It's not me. I'm sorry. Sorry, I
didn't
forgot that
know.
I'm not muting myself. God, it's not my dog. It's not me. It's my dog. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. It was just really weird. Right, so going back to So going back to Sai. What?
God.
Is Mickey Mouse there also? Oh, fuck.
She's an old dog and she has problems with breathing, so
Okay. Don't make fun of her. That's what you're trying to say.
no, it's just embarrassing. I didn't even know that I am not muting myself, and yeah.
I think it was hilarious because the noises she did was like chewing something or, you know, it was hilarious. I was like, what is Sophie doing? Is she chewing up on a newspaper or the sofa or what? I knew it's a dog, but it's...
God.
Hey.
Hey, Philip.
How you
Welcome
doing?
back.
Thank you.
Making money, making some cheddar.
Not yesterday and today, no.
No, yesterday, no. God, don't even mention it. Yesterday was, God. I was spanked yesterday, badly.
Yeah, me too. Didn't expect it.
But today's analysis is brought to you by Mr. Andrew G, and it's running in a whopping 24 pips profit. It's quite slow today. And yeah, Sai actually asked about the upcoming news. Is there a correlation between existing home sales and gold? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I wonder if we can chart it.
Have you bought at 1945? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just checking if we can chart the correlation between gold and existing home sales.
फायदा भी हो जाता है ना Zoom पे कोई चलता है 10 सेकंड पहले अब 10 सेकंड में आपने बाय ले ली और साथ ही नीचे गिर गया आपने बाय ली तो साथ ही ऊपर चला गया तो अच्छा मैंने वैसे दोबारा लिमिट ऑर्डर लगाया हुआ है 166.9
Don't order too much Indian.
तो मैं भी दोबारा बाय लूंगा
Someone translated.
क्या होता है
He's ordering food.
They're talking about buying gold and selling it.
Yeah, so, Sai, there is a, you know, this is the chart of what you're looking for, if you're still here. So that is the correlation between existing home sales and gold price.
Well, that looks pretty strange.
Why?
Why?
Define strange. But anyway, I think there's...
It's better now.
Yeah, it's depending how you scale the chart, but looks like it's positive. And looks like we're going to have the news in 15 minutes. And if the existing home sales...
Gold is shooting up now.
Oh yeah, baby. Come on.
20 lots.
I wish. Who's in a gold buy?
Oh, it's breaking the previous high, I think.
Also.
Shabazz Sayed, before you spam the chat on YouTube, PDOPDH, it's not a tool or indicator, it's just a simple horizontal trend line. You can draw it. You see, this is just a simple trend line. So, gold is going up. How fucking awesome.
About time.
Ooh, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
You're welcome.
Oh, Andrew is back.
Oh,
he was waiting for this opportunity
No.
just to come and say You're welcome.
No, I'm just messing, guys.
No, it's a good call.
Thanks,
Mate.
Andrew.
Andrew, the man of the day.
Well done, Andrew.
Thanks to Thomas's gold course.
As always. And I'm thinking already what I'm going to order. I'm going to have a takeaway night. So I need some recommendations, guys. What should I eat?
KFC, maybe?
Really? KFC?
Can do a lot better
Some
than
kebabs.
I think you can do a lot better than KFC.
Way much better.
Some lamb, desi
Come on,
lamb,
man.
like-
We're in Europe. We don't need KFC in Europe.
Damn.
Just order some Japanese food.
There's
Yeah,
not many.
some
there's-
Chinese food.
I was going to say Chinese. Go for Chinese.
Chicken satay or something like that.
Problem is not many good Japanese in my area. Almost none. There's one really good one, but that's in Central, and they're not delivering out here. And it's really fucking expensive. It's like ridiculously expensive. It's like one starter is like £20.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's a high end. It's a fine dining, but even for fine dining, I think it's way too pricey. I mean, when I went to Michelin star restaurants for a tasting menu, if you add up the number of meals, even if it's small, it was better value for it's better value for money than this Japanese restaurant. So I'm not gonna order from there. The other ones, Chinese, I never really ordered Chinese, to be honest. I should try it maybe.
Yeah, today is a special day.
It's the one I order most. Is probably Chinese food.
What's your favorite Chinese food?
Oh, I get
It's too many for me.
Yes.
Depends on which region.
For me, my Chinese food is dim sum.
Dim sum. Yeah, that's a good dim sum
I
place.
go for dim sum, kung po. I go for salt and chili prawns for starts.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Man, stop talking about food because it makes me really hungry.
It's good that you're talking about food then.
Especially for the people who are fasting now.
Yes. Oh my god, I do apologize. I do apologize.
Same here, I'm fasting also.
It's just an hour good to go.
I love
That's
how
good.
everyone went alive talking about food.
Thomas, can you check US 30 now?
Good morning, Shuba. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Thomas?
Good. How is your challenge going?
Going on. Today we are in profit.
Good. So, US 30. Let me switch the chart. There you go. What would you like to know about the US 30? Looking at the chart, I would just stay away from US 30. I haven't been following for a week or two since we had this massive impulse move. You know what I'm talking about. And, you know, it's right in the middle of the earnings season. Surprise after missed earnings or, you know, above expected earnings per share. Financial statements. Netflix just lost $40 billion in one night. $40 billion. 25%. It's crazy. It's wiped out 25% of Netflix. You know, so you're going to have these surprise events, surprise news. And guess what? These companies are in the stock market. Not in US 30. but you know, in S&P 500, Nasdaq. So have a look if you want to trade index and stocks. Have a look what's included in US 30. So I show you US 30 composite. Also known as Dow 30. No, I don't want to sign up. So we have these companies in US 30: American Express, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is actually going to lose a lot of money. I think no, that's McDonald's. So the global revenue, 8% of the global revenue, guess which country it came from for McDonald's? 8% or 9% of the global revenue came from one single country.
Right?
Yes, it's Russia.
Damn right, it is Russia. And guess what? McDonald's just pulled out from Russia, as many of the companies pulled out from Russia. So they're going to lose a lot of money. And all you have to do is just check the weighting of, you know, these companies that are going to lose money because of the war, or other reasons, inflation, whatever. And you know, if these companies reporting a loss, or they have a really bearish forecast, or if you dial into the earnings call, if they say anything about the forecast, for example, Caterpillar back in 2018, with one sentence, they managed to wipe out billions of dollars from the Dow 30 back in 2015. I think there was about a 10% drop caused by this single company. On the earnings call, the CEO or someone said that actually they forecasting an economic crisis, and with this one single sentence they wiped out 10% of the stock market in 2 minutes. So you have to be really careful when it's earnings season, because you get a lot of surprise. Now, we also have American Express, we have banks, JP Morgan, other banks. And my question is, these banks, how does the high inflation environment is going to affect the profitability of banks? Who knows the answer? So if inflation is high, and if the Fed or central bank is going to tackle inflation by increasing interest rate, how is the elevated interest rate environment going to affect the profitability of financial companies, banks?
Obviously, they will earn more. So because of
the
interest rate, so.
Damn right, absolutely, good answer. So because the interest rate is going up, that means that the monthly repayments on the short and long-term liabilities of poor borrowers are going to increase. Therefore, the profitability of these companies are going to increase as well. So it's bullish for these companies. Check, you know, what is the weight of these companies? Can they move? Individual companies can move the market, and also understand the methodology of the weight calculation. So difference, you know, everything is on YouTube. Difference between S&P 500 and Nasdaq. I think. Understand what are the key differences. What is the Dow Jones? What is the S&P 500? And where is the the weighting? One of them is price weighted, and the other one is, I think it's volume weighted or price weighted. A market cap, sorry. So massive difference in the weighting. Check it out. Going back to US 30. So in my opinion, Suba, I would personally, I'm not attempting to trade. I mean, look at this whiplash of 200 points within 2 minutes at market open.
Just check your GBP JPY position. Still in the trade?
No, I closed it down.
Okay.
So as soon as gold started pumping up, I closed it down.
As usual. Oh no.
Oh, I got loads of recommendations on YouTube for dinner. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any Jamaican food or restaurant in my area, but I should look it up.
And Tomasz, please, where I can find your background music on YouTube, because I miss it on Zoom now. I like it. It's make me chill.
I can upload it into Discord. I have the mix.
Oh, yeah. If you can, I will download it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. If I can find it. Samsung Music
I think it's called Detroit, you know, the title.
Yeah, I'm using music from EpidemicSound, which is good for streaming because it's royalty free. So I have a subscription service for EpidemicSound, and I don't get taken down by YouTube for violating copyrights.
If it's hard to find, just don't do it. I will Shazam it. Thank you.
You record yesterday or where is your TP?
Radim, I just uploaded the mix in Discord. The one you're listening right now.
Where is it? On music or?
Yeah, the music channel.
Okay, I don't see that.
It's processing now. It should be up.
Yeah, now I see it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and you can Shazam the individual tracks. And I use EpidemicSound.com or .org.
Yeah, but I'm okay with this. I will just play it when you start streaming.
Yeah.
Look, it will be like on YouTube before.
Yeah. I think there is a way that I can show the exact same screen on Zoom. I need to figure out how to do it. I think it's called a virtual screen or virtual camera, but it's a bit more difficult, and I couldn't figure out how to.
Yeah, maybe someone is listening other music when they are in the Zoom, so maybe it will be noisy for them.
Yeah, that's true as well.
It's 20 seconds until the news.
Oh my god.
I already nervous.
Finish him. I should put some epic music. So,
what is the news?
Existing home sales.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Philip.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. And this is the correlation between existing home sales. Oh, that is bad for gold, according to the chart. Where is it? Ooh, it's not too far away. The month-to-month is not as bad. It's only minus 2.7. The existing home sales for March minus. It's not too bad. in my opinion, but let's see how the market is going to react to this news. So exciting. I never traded existing home sales. This is a new territory for me. Is it going to push gold up? What is your opinion? How is the existing home sales going to affect the gold spot market?
Nothing, I think.
The XY, on the other hand, it just dropped after the news.
And what's the conclusion of that?
Maybe it's affecting dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Which means gold will go up.
Gold's going up.
It's pushing gold up.
Yeah.
Oil going down.
Or maybe sideways.
Maybe sideways, yeah.
Good. I have to fill up my car.
Is gold going to pay for that?
No, I'm not in.
GG.
I missed 43. I have to be honest. I talked.
Your colleague Rahul Ganotra on YouTube says now gold will be unstoppable.
Finish him.
I don't think
Wow.
so.
I think 1950 is a very good resistance for gold. It's starting to.
Thomas, how is the opinion about Ukraine in Hungary? I wrote an article about your president, what is it, Orban?
Yeah.
Described as a friend of Putin. Some tried to frustrate some decisions from Europe. Is that right, or is it just some propaganda from Western side?
To be honest, one thing we have to straight away clear is that we had general elections last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So the communication before the general election was obviously really risk averse. So the government tried to, or our dictator, Viktor Orban, tried to stay out of anything. Obviously, the number one priority for the government was to keep the Russian gas flowing into the country, because it's a huge political campaign that actually the government is helping households with the gas, electricity and water. So especially the heating, the gas, the government is selling, or the government company MVM is selling gas below the market price. This is one of the political campaign or political trick they do. And in order to have the cheap Russian gas flowing into the country, obviously they were quite pro-Russia, even though what happened in Ukraine, which is unacceptable. The government said that no weapons can be delivered to Ukraine. However, the government did send a ridiculous lot aid, like food, shelter, medicine, so many things at the border. I think hats off to the police and to the firemen and everything who coordinated the inflow of the refugees, because I think thousands of refugees are homed in Hungary. I think the government on that part did a good job, so did everything is possible within their power to home those who turn up at the border and say, I need help. They were given help 100%.
Yes.
On the other hand, this pro-Russian communication is unacceptable. They should cut any tie and link with Russia, in my opinion, but that would have mean the fail of the government immediately. And that is why they were really cautious. The general consensus, in my opinion, is most of the people want to stay out of war, but they're shocked what happened with Ukraine. You know, they are neighbors. I have my neighbor actually in the flat who has relatives in Ukraine. 2 of my neighbors are Ukrainian. They're born in Hungary, but they speak. So everyone in Hungary, I think, is against the Russian aggression.
What happens? So it is more political game.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think that the government, Viktor Orban, can push the nerves of the European Union further. It's coming to an end soon. They have to.
I think it's the war is coming at a good time for him. With the elections, he was in the wrong direction with the EU, pushing rules and everything that doesn't match the European law and everything.
Yeah.
We're not talking about anymore at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, one of the best things when you are in the middle of an election, or if you want to win the election, try to find a common enemy.
Yep.
And present it in the national media as you know, the bad, and we need to stick together. So so that's how they win the election. And the main thing how they won the election, again, 12 years now, is there is no opposition. There is no replenishment of politicians, young politicians. There are young politicians who want to save the world, and you know, they are against the Russian aggression in Ukraine. They want to plant trees. They want to reduce carbon emission. They want to save you know, the whole world. And I really, really admire these young politicians, and they really pro-European Union. But the problem is that I don't agree with them, because they are not fit to be politicians. Politicians should come from, in my opinion, politicians should come from a business background after a certain age. Young politicians who only start business and start a political career have no power, no network to do anything, not in the European Union or in the world, but even in the country. They cannot do anything because they are just too tiny, small fish. Money moves everything. The second thing is, if you have businessmen who already achieved financial freedom, stability, and they have money, they have a much higher drive for philanthropic goals, in my opinion. So obviously, businessmen should be vetted carefully who's going to decide about political decisions, but I think they achieve way much more than the young opposition, which is non-existent in the country right now.
It's a lack of experience. I agree, but yep, you can have a government based on businessmen, but that doesn't work either. I think you have to have a good balance.
Yeah, healthy balance, absolutely. Because obviously,
but it's all friends, and they know them, and he will be a minister, and he will be a secretary, and everybody's shouting what the public want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole the problem is that, you know, politics is a double-edged sword, and I hate politics because it's never fair. And yeah, it's a long story. I could talk about hours, but today I'm gonna call it a day, because we've been doing this stream for over 2 hours now, and I'm a bit knackered. It was a wonderful 2 hours with you guys. Andrew, thank you so much for this 50 80 pips you just delivered to the group. So big shout out for Andrew G.
I can say bye now, because if we end the soon, then it will skyrocket.
Thank you so much. Andrew, and I wish you guys a relaxing evening, and see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp for the morning briefing, delivering you the best fundamentals, technicals, microeconomics, everything you need to know to get you started for the day. See you later, alligator.
Thanks, Thomas.
Same, Thomas.
Thank you.
Bye, Thomas.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
And people in YouTube, how was the stream? Leave a comment in the super chat or in the chat. Thank you so much for streaming in. I'm really knackered now, so thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, it was a good day. We made some profit, better than yesterday. Yesterday we had some losses, but again, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to have another live stream tomorrow at the same time, 1 p.m. UK time. I can't wait to see you again, or you can't wait to see me again. Who knows? Make sure you do not risk anything more than 2 to 3%, and see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Thank you so much. This is the Alpha FX.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future. It's something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.